Hello and welcome to Michael's Minty Music for this Sunday. This week I listened to Last of Seven by Pat Monahan. Pat Monahan's the lead singer of Train. He released one studio album in 2007 on his own, one solo album. Um, so it was just a temporary thing while he was working with Train. It wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm quitting the band or anything. But yeah, he only did this one, so I'm gonna listen to it since I've listened to all of Train and I do like uh, their music. This is the track listing. It's got 14 tracks, which is a little big. Um, it's like an album and a half. And of those tracks, I chose about six of them, so a little less than half of them. And I do think that there are probably a couple of tracks on here that you could get rid of. I do think it should really end with Ripple in the Water. These three tracks aren't that great, and could probably be removed, and then it would be a sort of more together album. Well, not together, more a better album. It would feel a lot better as more of the songs were better in terms of ratios. But still, you know, uh, still a lot of decent songs on here. About every other song is pretty good. And the songs in between aren't bad at all. The only single from this album was Her Eyes, which was also the only song on the radio. So it's the only really time you'll see Pat Monahan on the radio as just himself. And then my favorite song off this album is Ripple in the Water. It is definitely the best one here, probably. I don't know about best one. It's definitely my favorite of all the ones on this album. In terms of ranking, he only has one album, so there's really nothing to rank it against. If we're putting it against Train albums, it probably goes in the middle, upper. It's better than any of the not so great Train albums, but it's not really. It can't really compete with any of the good ones. So, and anything that Train released after 2007 is probably definitely better than this. So this is sort of like a in between, get better at songwriting and stuff sort of phase for Pat Monahan. So it doesn't take the top spot for 2007. That still goes to Sarah Bareilles' Little Voice. Not really. That's expected. Little Voice is like a really pretty good album, pretty solid. And this would Last of Seven would need to be a solid album. Most of the songs on my playlist type album. Sorry, that's sort of the end of this review, but there is a new bracket out for my polls I'm doing to decide which artists to listen to next. So yeah, go fill that out, and I'll put a link to the form in the description of the video, and you can follow that there and vote on the number 9, number 10, number 11, and number 12, the next four polls. Next up, we're going to be reviewing Imagine Dragons' Smoke and Mirrors. Um, it's their second album, and yeah, it should be pretty interesting. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and well, see you later.